What is up, everybody? Nick from Hawk Pro Detailing, and I'm here to show you not only some of the chemicals that I use, but some of the equipment really must-haves. You also need your daughter to jump in the shot. Penelope, can you say hi to everybody? No, she's pretty shy, but she does like to stand in the shot, and I like to spend time with her when I'm not out detailing. So what we're going to do now is we're going to show you some of my must-have tools and chemicals for interior detailing, especially in the cold winter months. I just go back and forth. Again, it's Nick from Hawk Pro Detailing. Hey, check out my new business cards, huh? Thought these were pretty cool. We've got OptiCoat and Ceramic Pro for ceramic coatings, the new logo. But anyway, this is my business card. If you're new to the channel, like and subscribe, please. I'm a mobile detailer based in Heber City, Utah. Thanks for watching this video about how I detail interiors with the best tools and equipment come winter. I debated how to start this video, but I'm going to show you just a tool that I could not live without. This is my VX5000 steamer. I think it was about $1,000. It has made me so much money and helped me even on my express details. Compressed air is huge, but sometimes this has superpowers. So even if people aren't paying for a deep dive detail, I can cheat it a little bit. I can remove stains. I can get stuff out of cup holders really quickly, over deliver for customers. And this is great for floor mats too. So I'm going to do a separate review of my couple of steamers, including the VX5000 here. But this thing is a must-have, especially in the winter, but really all year long. And then, of course, there's the old standby. This rigid vacuum, I mean, it has been so beat up over the years, but this thing just keeps on ticking. It has a ton of power. It's super portable. This is a must-have. Steamer and vacuum, without a doubt. Next, we have the Mighty Light Extractor there. A lot of people ask, what is the best extractor for auto detailing? I don't know the answer to that question. I just know that the Mighty Light, the 8070, does what it says it's going to do. What you see here are three switches, vacuum, pump, and heater. Usually I'll turn the pump on first, test it, turn the heater on, wait till the water's hot, and then turn the vacuum on. It gets really, really loud, and that's when you know you're ready to shoot the hot water into the carpet, suck it back up, and, you know, get this thing to earn you some money, because it certainly wasn't cheap. It has plenty of space for water, which you put the water in here, you connect your hose here. This black hose here is actually how the dirty water comes out at the end. I debated if I was going to clean everything up for you guys, but I wanted to show you just a real honest look at what I use, my garage, and not sugarcoat anything. But the Mighty Light, if you're doing a true detail, is honestly a necessity. Okay, what is going on? For you winter detailers out there, I'm telling you, these muck boots are absolutely amazing. Water's not gonna get into your feet anywhere up to here. These things are Vibram soles, really good grip on the ground. So even when you're dealing with a lot of steam, just doing floor mats in a garage in the wintertime, these boots are amazing. And then these Carhartt bibs are fantastic. They keep you so warm. I was resisting it for the longest time, but these boots and a pair of Carhartt bibs for about $100, 90 bucks will keep you so warm when you're questioning what you're doing with your life. I'm telling you, Carhartt bibs, muck boots, that's the way you want to do it if you're detailing in the wintertime, even on interiors, because you're going to be in and out of garages or maybe even just out in the elements. All right, so we're going to talk chemicals in just a little bit. I want to talk about some of the tools of the trade. These ultra soft brushes are a must. I love these for just their versatility. They can be used on any sensitive area of a nice car, down to floor mats or door jambs. You gotta have magic erasers. I've talked about this before, but a clean magic eraser for windows especially is crucial. This will also help you get scuffs off of basically all your interior plastics and vinyl, but you got to be careful. Oh, and my daughter's thirsty. You okay? This is a great little tool for leather as well. So if you want to use your favorite all-purpose cleaner with this, it's great for leather and vinyl. And then you can never have too many of these pet hair stones. I haven't even opened this one. I had something happen where I had 2 stones and I ended up leaving them on other jobs, and I ended up not having a pet hair stone when I really needed one. So I bought like 6 of these, so that I have so many I can't keep track of them, because you can never have too many pet hair stones. So learn from my mistake and just carry a bunch of these around. Even though they can damage vinyl, you may want one of those little brushes as well. You know, the rubber brushes, but the pet hair stones are just something that you're going to want to have if you're dealing with dog hair. Something I recently discovered after trying to go through all these different interior detailing lights is this Scan Grip headlamp. A lot of guys use this for paint correction, but I can tell you from using it, it's phenomenal on interiors. So you're not going to get the full breadth of the interior, but on that little small space that you've got this thing pointed at, you've got 2 settings: bright, brighter, and then off. You're going to see it in like 100% true clarity. And of course, you can never have too much light on an interior. So this is a must-have. The charge time gives you a couple hours. So I bought 2 of these. So I charge one, and then I wear the other one. And when this one is out of battery, I switch it out, get it charging, and grab the other headlamp. This is quite the beat-up looking Tornador. It's actually the Tornador Black. I've removed this basin here because I found the black to be a much more powerful gun than just the white one. The white one doesn't have this little tube, and it doesn't have kind of the repository for your chemicals. The white one just comes as a gun. It's a lot cheaper. I took the little basin off, and this thing just has so much power. You obviously need your air compressor, but I use this to blast out all kinds of carpeting and floor mats, and you know, this plus I actually have one more gun that is just a straight air gun, and that gets me into like tighter corners. But compressed air is a huge part of what I do, and I really feel it. If I can't use my air compressor on a job, I feel like I don't have the skills, or I don't have the tools I need to be effective. So compressed air with the Tornador Black, removing this base, whatever that is, that plastic base, is kind of my way of kicking ass and taking names when it comes to like blowing out a car first thing. You gotta have, you know, your nitrile gloves. I like these. They've got some grip. I'll probably try a million different gloves. They're all a little bit different, but these ones seem to work fine. A respirator is really important as well. I started wearing this in the wintertime because it keeps my face warm, but I also have really enjoyed not smelling all of the chemicals anymore. So actually I would say gloves, a respirator, and then even some Bose headphones or something to keep your ears from dealing with all that noise pollution would be a pretty good idea. So I've been doing almost exclusively interiors this winter, and I feel like I've really honed in on my process. This is a great product, Terminator Enzyme Spot and Stain. It's just fantastic for a pre-treatment as a spotter. So whenever you see coffee or something that looks like a stain, you know, you spray it on there and you let it sit for a few minutes. You may agitate it. It responds really well to steam, and then eventually you do hot water extraction. But that's a great first step. Now, I don't know where I heard this, if it was like Scott from Dallas Paint Correction or Levi and Yvonne in a Rag Company podcast, but they were saying that the janitorial industry, and maybe it's the janitorial industry or maybe it's just the carpet cleaning industry, that they've got a real leg up on us detailers because they have a real sense of what chemicals work super well. Anyway, I went in to get my extractor serviced, and I got to talking with this carpet cleaning guy, and I told him I really want to master, you know, stain removal, and he suggested I try this product. It's called Soap Free from Master Blend, Miracle Carpet and Upholstery Cleaner, carbonated, odor-free, free rinsing, gluten-free. It's actually a powder. So I'll take the cap off, and all you need is like, I think maybe 2 scoops per gallon. But the way they recommend you use this is that you fill this up into hot water, jacuzzi temperature water. And they said when you mix it, you know, the day of or the moment of, it's a more powerful and effective cleaner. So I've started bringing hot water to jobs in a bucket, and I'll mix up kind of a nuke mix, so to speak. So I'll put like a few ounces of Terminator in with maybe half a scoop of this, and I'll just put it in, you know, a bottle sort of like this, and I'll fill it up to like here, because that's about all that I'm going to use on a carpet. And I will just saturate the carpet. I mean, not trying to get it, you know, too wet, but this combo is fantastic. It doesn't leave any residue, like it's soap free. And I think the carpet cleaning industry knows much more than we do as detailers about how to really dial in carpets. I noticed that at that ratio that I've done, which is like half a scoop, maybe 3/4 of a scoop, you know, to like half of a 32-ounce bottle, you know, that's way overdoing it for their ratio, and it still doesn't have a ton of bite. So I hope the Terminator, you know, enzyme spot and stain remover can really help me with some of the stains. This does some of the heavy lifting, but Citrol is what I use, and Rapid Remover can work well too. If these two won't get it, I'll usually probably, you know, and you're gonna see this in a second, F-bomb, but I'll hit it with like, you know, my APC or degreaser. And if that doesn't work, you know, my biggest nuke, you know, my heaviest hitter is Citrol or Rapid Remover. And that's what's going to be my last resort for a stain, with a combination of, you know, agitating the stain again, reapplying, you know, if I'm all the way at desperation, the Citrol, steam, extracting, repeat, you know, and at that point I'm just trying to make it up as I go along, hoping that something will work. But I would say like 90% of the time, this combo does a fantastic job. I can do a quick express detail, spray this down, hit it with some steam, and agitate it with a brush, and I can get fantastic results, over delivering for my customer with this combo. So I almost use this for every detail now. It's time to talk about a dynamic duo, because with American Detailer Garage F-bomb, and these are dirty bottles. I use these whatever. Obviously, what's inside is what matters. This is my all-purpose cleaner. This I sometimes dilute 10-to-1 or use it straight. I mean, just depending on how much muscle I need. And then this is Wipeout. And when you dilute it at like 1 ounce to 2 gallons of water, it's a fantastic rinseless wash for exteriors. But it's also great for windows. So what I typically do, and this is like my favorite mix, I've talked about this in another video, is I mix these together. I do 2 ounces of Wipeout, 3 ounces of F-bomb, and the rest goes in the 32-ounce bottle of just water. So it turns out into like a purplish color. What that does is it has the heavy hitting ability of F-bomb, which is a continuous cleaner, as Noxie from KXK Dynamics has pointed out. He told me about this mix. And then you have Wipeout, which with the polymers just leaves your surface feeling so slick. So this combo is usually my go-to on interior plastics. Like, I will just spray down you know, a door with 3 ounces of this, 2 ounces of this in a bottle with water, and I'll just start doing this, you know, on the panel. And the panel will get all sudsy and soapy, and that's kind of fun. Then I'll wipe it down with a towel, and then I'll use compressed air to blow the rest out. And you've got the F-bomb doing the cleaning for you, and the Wipeout doing the really, really nice kind of finish, you know, that polymer shine that this is known for. So 3 ounces, 2 ounces, the rest water in a bottle, and you're going to see yourself with amazing results on plastic. So these are 2 must-have products for me in my arsenal. What do you guys think of my dirty workbench here? This thing's amazing. I got it at Lowe's. It folds up, I put it in my truck, and I can put stuff on it when I'm detailing. Anyway, this is Whip's Wax Road Salt Remover, and you know, I use this to get road salt not only off of the exterior of vehicles, I spray down the floor mats, but it's really good for salt in carpeting. I know that some people like a vinegar mixture with warm water. I think warm water is the key. I've been in touch with the guy who distributes this and it's whipped wax in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And he actually talked to the chemist in Germany. And I was having issues with this at first because I was following the instructions. I was putting this into the carpet. I was agitating with the brush after I let it sit for a minute. I was using a microfiber towel to mop it up. And it didn't really have the results I wanted. When it dried, I would still see that white residue by the carpets. People in the north, you understand what I'm saying. He called the chemist, and we found out that like hot water extraction is key. So you still follow the rules. You put this into the carpet. You let it sit for a minute. You agitate it with a brush, right? But then after that, I will sometimes hit it with steam first, and then use a hot water extractor, and then apply more. It's all sort of like what the moment is dictating. Sometimes I'll just take a hot water extractor and shoot the hot water into the carpet and then pull it out and then mop up with a microfiber and be done. Usually I find myself doing a few cycles of this, but for anyone who has ever steamed a carpet, it got wet, it looked beautiful, and it dried, and all that white crusty salt reappeared. You know the importance of doing this right. So I'm usually this is in there for a minute, I agitate, I mop up with a towel, I kind of take a look at it, see what it's telling me, what I'm looking at, and then I may hit it with some steam, followed quickly with hot water extraction. I sort of look at it, mop it up with a towel, make a moment, judgment, do I need to do this again? Okay, I'll hit it again with some whips, hot water extraction, and then I may just set the towel on the ground, slap the ground a little bit to, get the moisture, activated and going into the towel. Maybe it's all in my head. And then I'll turn on the floor heaters to get the heat going toward the end of the detail if the carpets are still wet. I don't like burning the carpets too hard too early, so I don't necessarily like to throw the floor heaters on right away. I like to do that right at the end, and usually within about a half hour, 45 minutes of just running the heater, at the carpet. The carpet dries up nice. Yeah, but this is a great product, and it's pretty much the only one I know on the market that does what you need it to do as far as removing salt from carpets. So not a problem in California, but certainly an issue in some of the cold weather states.